Good afternoon. We are going to, I'm going to be giving brief comments, and then I'll turn it over to the Minister President of Hessen to be making some comments as well. And first off, I want to thank not only you, but your delegation. We had a good chance to chat earlier and have just sat down and talked some more in detail, and we'll be gathering together tonight as well as the executive residents. It's a great pleasure to be welcoming such a large group from Hessen, from our sister state. This is the 35th anniversary of the sister state relationship between the state of Wisconsin and Hessen. In fact, we were talking earlier, the Minister President Oswald is no longer with us, who signed back then, but we still have Governor Lucy, who is well in his years, but with us here in the state of Wisconsin. And so it's interesting to think about that fine tradition over 35 years. That is why it is so extraordinary to be having this great delegation in here for the next couple of days. And also, in particular, to be recognizing we have both a strong economic and a academic tradition between Wisconsin and Hessen. In a few moments, the Minister President and I will be signing a reaffirmation of that relationship on an academic basis. We've got a great partnership between the universities in Wisconsin and in Hessen. In fact, part of the delegation met earlier today over on the campus, and this is another affirmation of that. And we've had some 500 so individuals involved, students both undergraduates and graduates through that program, and it is a remarkable exchange. It gives an opportunity for students from Wisconsin to go to Hessen and vice versa, and it is a great opportunity both for the students individually to learn well from the program, but also for the continued cultural and economic exchange as well as the academic experience. It's a great way for us to continue. When you think about the 35 years, for Wisconsin at least, it is the longest global relationship we've had of anywhere around the globe, and so we consider that to be a very strong partnership, and one we're looking to continue for not just 35 years but many more years after that. We were talking a little bit about that today. In many ways, a lot of similarities. Just over 6 million people in Hessen, just under about 5.6 million people here in Wisconsin. Obviously, we're proud of our tradition and heritage in the state of Wisconsin, being the largest grouping of German Americans anywhere in the United States are from Wisconsin, and for many years have had a great tradition, whether it's been in our academic exchanges. The Department of Public Instruction under Dr. Tony Evers reaffirmed the high school exchange last year as part of a similar exchange, and we have many other cultural exchanges, including some folks who came in last month as part of German Fest, one of our great, in Milwaukee, one of the great and largest German-American connection, a festival of its type anywhere in the United States. So we have had a long tradition here in the state of Wisconsin. We want to continue that. There are some 700 businesses who do business in Germany from Wisconsin. We also know there are a series of businesses that come, business leaders, I should say, who come from Germany to do business in Wisconsin, and in particular those from Hessen. Tomorrow, and the Minister President will be able to talk a little bit about that, but tomorrow the delegation is going to be visiting some of those as well, and we think it's a great way to build off of that, to expand on that. Had a good forum this morning on energy and looking at some of the challenges and opportunities both in Wisconsin and Hessen. We'll look to continue our strong partnership in terms of other businesses, in many cases a strong tradition of manufacturing that abides both in Wisconsin and in Hessen and between our two countries. And we look forward to continuing our strengths when it comes to exports. We've seen growth in that both with Germany overall, which is our fourth largest trading partner when it comes to exports, but particularly with Hessen. And that's something we look to see expanding again in the future as both Wisconsin and Hessen continue to have an ever-growing part of the global economy. Hessen is one of the strongest, not only in Germany, but one of the strongest economic presence in Europe. And we look to continue our partnership with such a great partner, not only through the sister state relationship, but through our economic and academic relationships as well. So with that, I want to turn it over to the Minister President to give some comments before we sign things. Welcome, or welcome, I should say, right?
Right. Distinguished Governor, dear Scott Walker, on behalf of the German delegation, of my delegation, once more again, my warmest thank you to you for your hospitality, for your welcome here, and we feel a little bit at home. I mentioned it because this state of Wisconsin has very, very strong links to Germany and also to Hessen, we know, and therefore it's true, it's the longest partnership we as Hessen have with any other state, 35 years, and we are very proud that in this year we are with you here in Madison and in Wisconsin, and I'm very glad to sign with you this Memorandum of Understanding. When we look what we can do to make this partnership lively and not only on the paper, I think it's one of the best things we can do to bring young people together. People, also students, those who are coming to us and those from us who are coming to you. And we expect in this year, Governor, the 500 student from Wisconsin and Hessen. And therefore, we don't start, but I'm sure we can do a lot more, not only in the economic issues and not only in the academic issues, but also in the issues to bring the people together. In this morning, we have had a very interesting forum for energy. And in my point of view, I've seen there are a lot of questions, but the answers are very similar. And in this way, we give the best answers for our future. Also here in Wisconsin and also in Hesse, we'll have a better future together. And young people will learn from another, not only in the academic world, but also about the heritage, but also about the surroundings, about what's going on the other country. This, I'm sure, will be the best basic for good, for strong, and for very, futurable ties between Hessen and this wonderful Wisconsin. Your governor has made this wonderful day, blue sky, sunny, we feel well, and therefore we can sign. But at first, I may say thank you for everybody and those who has prepared this Memorandum of Understanding. The responsibilities of the University of Wisconsin system, Professor Riley, and on our side, Professor and President of my hometown university, Professor Mukherjee. He is responsible on the Hessen side to organize our 12 state universities in Hessen in this program and in this progress. And therefore, I'm sure today we made a very, very important next step to our common future. And therefore, thank you once more again. And dear Scott, now we can sign. Yeah, thank you once more again. Yeah.
That's right.